on the setting. And John, would you like to come up and say a few words before?
Not really, but I'll do it anyway. Thank you, Commissioners, for this proclamation. What this is just to bring awareness to the fact that if you don't know by now, construction season has started. The barrels are out there. All the men and women are out there working, doing their best to improve the roads and the highways. So if you would, please, if you drive through work zone, please slow down. 5 miles an hour. It's generally not going to take you much more time, to get through it. So if you would just take your time, be patient. What we like to say is you keep your eyes down or your eyes up and your phones down. So thank you very much for the proclamation. Yes, sir.
John, my previous life, I was a truck driver.
Mhm.
And many times I have to pull my truck off the side of the road to check a chain or a binder
Mhm.
or check a tire or check something on the truck. And when you drive down a highway, you have no idea what it's like to be standing on a highway
Mhm.
when a tractor trailer or even car goes by you at 65 miles an hour
Or faster.
or faster.
Because generally it seems to me that in 38 years that I've worked on construction, when they come into construction zone, they go faster.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I don't either. But when you're standing this far away from a vehicle that's traveling 80 miles an hour,
You
You know.
know idea what it's like. I mean, if you've never been on a highway, stuck on a highway on the side, you have no idea what it's like. You try to perform the task that you guys gotta perform out there. You gotta worry about the opinions. Slow down, works. I'm a huge proponent of that.
thank you again for the proclamation.
We're gonna present it to you now.
Yeah. It's over now. Thank you very much. Where do I get home? How's that?
Be safe with everybody, including all of us when we drive.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Take care.
No, I will. I'll try.
Thank you. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that Mr. Fanning is not here with us today and still keep the ground. Now, we will open up the public comment. 3 minutes, please.
I'll go first.
Okay,
Let me just.
it's right there. And your name and address to the record.
Pass this to you guys while I'm talking. I live in Canfield Township. My name is Stephanie. My last name is Clark. I live at 6625 Summit Drive. I won't take up too much of your time, as you can see what I'm here about. That siren is located directly, it's pretty much in our front yard. And I'm here to graciously ask for your consideration for moving it. It's pretty much it. It's been 6 years. It's taken me 6 years to come down here and to speak with you guys about it. Every Saturday at 12 o'clock. Woo! And I've got several children at the house. At first it was kind of like, oh, that's unfortunate. And then it was kind of like, oh, that's really inconvenient. And now it's kind of turned into like, this is almost like a safety issue. In terms of like hearing, I would go so far as say I've like ringing in my ears for like years now. But if at all possible, if there's any possibility that it can be moved instead of directly in front of our house, that would be really appreciated. We would be so much gratitude for that.
We'll pass this on to the REMA director and your numbers on that.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Yes.
much for coming. Anyone else?
Evenings haven't showed from the West House.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Shope, and I live at 4300 Westford Place in Canfield. And first of all, I want to thank the commissioners for giving us the opportunity to speak this morning here during Autism Acceptance Month. So I am the executive director and one of the co-founders of the nonprofit organization Dylan's House. I'm here with my wife, Amy Shope, who is also a co-founder and executive director. We also have one of our board members here this morning, Leanne Johnson, is here to support us as well. So thank you, Leanne. So Dylan's House is an organization operating here in Mahoning County, and our mission is to enhance the lives of adults with autism who are Mahoning County residents. And as a nonprofit organization, we have 3 areas that we're focused on. The first is educational events. So over the last 2 years, we have held multiple educational events, which have been attended by hundreds of individuals here in Mahoning County. And the focus of our events really are on transitioning autistic adults to adulthood. We partner very closely with other organizations here in the county, such as the Rich Center, Potential Development, the Autism Society. But really, there's a big need and a gap when these autistic individuals reach adulthood as far as resources, which we're looking to fill. Our second initiative is we want to support caregivers that work with autistic adults. So over the last 2 years, we've given over $20,000 in mini grants to caregivers to help supplement their income and encourage others to do this profession. Finally, our biggest initiative is our housing initiative, where we're looking to provide housing for these individuals. And I'll turn it over to Amy to talk a little bit about that.
Yes, thank you again for letting us speak. And I want to thank you so much for your $20,000 donation to Dylan's House and really let you know what a value it has provided to adults here in this county. Like Kevin mentioned, we have 2 housing projects in Struthers and in Boardman that are going to be going underway and that are really going to affect so many lives here in Mahoning County. And those will happen. We will break ground by the end of the year. The very quick why behind Dylan's House, we have an adult son, Dylan, who's 24, that we were able to successfully transition out into independent living. And because of that, we receive, a dozen phone calls a week from parents and grandparents right here in Mahoning County, pleading with us to help them place their adult children. This is a huge need here in this valley, and we're working really hard and would appreciate any future support. We just finished our huge fundraiser at Penguin City, where we raised over $95,000 and we had over 500 Mahoning County residents come. So, and I would love to just ask if there are any questions for us. And again, thank you so much for your donation. What a difference for this underserved population.
Thank you.
It's so good to have parents that see the need
Thank you.
to pursue. Because this is, even though you may have a job, this is a job in itself to keep on it every day because of the passion. And that 20,000 we gave you last year was probably the best 20,000 we've spent to help most underserved community. And,
Thank
that's a big deal for the 3 of us. And as the past commissioner, but now with our new commissioner, Fabio, I know that will be the new vision for our committee here. Because we need to help everybody. It's a big deal. And we need to keep, and I could go on a soapbox podcast, that's who I am, but I mean, this is who we need to help, because down the road, the parents aren't gonna be around. And I've seen that in aging parents, YBC, where they parents are in their eighties and the children, the adults are there, were there, and where did they go? You know? Where did they go to went to daycare at that point, then, that was before we had IDC and we renovated it into the campus of care. Where did they go? They
Yes.
moved them all over the state of Ohio, and they got, because they're out of their environment. And so I applaud you for that. Keep up
Thank
the
Thank you for
good work.
those words.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
both.
Anyone else, public comments?
Hi, my name's Starling Petrola. I live at 3062 Palmbury Drive. And again, thank you for letting us speak. We all said the Pledge of Allegiance when we started this, and the last words of that is with liberty and justice for all. We know that the Sheriff's Department is housing at least 17 undocumented immigrants that were rounded up by ICE. And my question is, what are they planning on doing with them? You know, this is all in the news now. It's the big topic. But we have to remember that our Constitution affords due process to all persons in the US, not just citizens, all persons. And what they're doing is just abhorrent with these immigrants. Maybe I have a soft heart, whatever, but I think they need help to establish citizenship instead of being sent to a prison in El Salvador where it's a black hole and we'll never see them again. I don't know if you're aware of what their plans are with these people, even the 15 students that their visas were removed. What kind of person does that? I mean, I don't know. I want to read something. Terrible things are happening outside. Poor, helpless people are being dragged out of their homes. Families are torn apart. Children come home from school to find their parents have disappeared. Anne Frank wrote that in 1943, and it sure sounds familiar as to what's going on now. We're heading down a rapid path to autocracy. And I think we all need to wake up and see what's going on. Whether you're on the right, whether you're on the left, we're all American citizens, and we need to band together to save our country from this dictatorship that he's trying to establish, our president is trying to establish. So my question is, do you know what's going on with these people?
I love it. Ma'am, with all due
Okay.
respect, if the sheriff has them, you are our sheriff's departments, you're holding them. There's reason for them to hold them. You left out the part where they must be illegal immigrants.
Okay,
They're not legal. If our sheriff is holding them and the county is holding them in our jail, I imagine they're waiting for them to be picked up by ICE and sent on their way, wherever that way may be. But there's nothing, I'm sure there's nothing the sheriff is doing that's illegal.
I'm not
Or,
saying that
well,
they
that's how
are.
you parsed it when you came in. You said he's holding them. What are they gonna do
They're
with them?
holding them. I
would
want to
hope
know
that
what
they
they're
would hold
doing.
them.
Are
I would
they
hope that
going to give them due
I'll finish it at the
process?
top. I would hope the sheriff would hold them tightly until ICE gets here and their cases are adjudicated, however that may be. But evidently they were our community and they were here illegally, and we have to stand with law and order. Period. And that's-
Let's not go there, because law and
fine.
order,
You know.
yeah. Everything that's going on with our administration is against law and order, so, yeah, but I understand, and if they have committed crimes other than being
The problem
here,
was, everything going on against law and order was when they came here. This is the place, you're right, but that's mine.
but I mean, if they're escaping something, can we help these people? Can we listen to
Help
them
them
and
get home.
see?
Yeah.
or help them establish citizenship because they're escaping some god awful environment where they come from. So you don't know.
I just hope, my hopes would be that the sheriff holds it until ICE picks him up and sends him on the way wherever that may be. It was my personal, as myself.
Well, I would hate to see them sent to someplace where they're going to be shuttled off in the middle of the night to somewhere we'll never see them again. They're people, they're human beings. And their only crime may be trying to escape an awful situation in their home country and trying to establish a better life here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hello, my name is Michael Kripchak. I'm at 2361 Shawnee Trail, Youngstown, Ohio. And I come before you today to speak on the same topic of ICE detentions being held at our county jail. While I second everything that was said about due process, I'm not naive enough to think that we have some way to impact that substantially from the county level and that this is a federal issue. But I do request, considering it is our tax dollars that keep the lights on at the jail, that there's more transparency to what's taking place. It's been discussed. I saw some stats from Cleveland that there's somewhere around 70. From our research, we discovered there is around 17. How ICE deals with them, we all have our opinions on that, but I think we can at least agree that there needs to be some level of transparency of the number of ICE detainees that are being held at our county jail.
People on the website. I believe, I'm not positive.
Yeah, it's, you have to sort through it individually. Some of them actually aren't listed accurately, from what we discovered. So again, and I know it could be a request from you guys, simple as that, to say, hey, can we make these numbers more transparent from the sheriff's office? So that is my request to you. Please do, so that we have some more visibility on what is actually taking place. And then that way, in the public forum, we could discuss how we feel it's appropriate to move forward as a community. But we can't do that as long as things are, well, I won't say anything derogatory, but as long as things aren't totally clear. I'll say that.
I don't believe for 1 minute, the sheriff or anybody in the county is hiding numbers from anything. I don't believe that, and I won't believe that.
And I'm not saying it's intentional or otherwise. We all know that when paperwork gets involved, when there's interagency operations, things can get lost in the shuffle. And I am asking that the sheriff's office take a particular step in having it clear to the public how many ICE detainees are being held at our jail, that our sales tax pays for.
Should be.
So I do understand that, but again, it may take an extra step to say this is the number of ICE detainees currently being held. But again, as a citizen of this county, that is, I do not believe that is an unreasonable request. So I would like for you guys to present that to the sheriff's office if you could, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else before we go forward with our meeting? All right, seeing none, we're going to go for the approval of previous minutes of board meeting number 5, Thursday, April 17th, 2025, the approval of bills.
Motion to approve the previous minutes of board meeting 15/17/2025, approval of bills of payment.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yeah. Advertisement for bids, 1 and 2 sanitary. Jill?
The first one is for Boardman wastewater treatment belt press replacement improvement project number 536. And that is at 7980 East Park Drive in Boardman Township. And the second one is for Craig Beach wastewater treatment plant belt press replacement improvement number 544. And that's at 2599 Grandview Road in Milton Township.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the advertisement for bids 1 and 2.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Journal entry, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve journal entry number 1, approval of administrative journal entries and interfund obligations.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Number 2, agreements, engineers, A, B, and C. Rick?
Good morning, Commissioners. Letter A is an agreement with Bortnick Tractor Sales for repairs to vehicle number 560 and the estimated amount of $3,523.01. B is an agreement with Vida Freightliner Youngstown for repairs to our vehicle number 58 and the estimated amount of $3,137.90. C is an agreement with Daleen M. Pride to provide consult services regarding the Bureau of Motor Vehicles Taxing District Audit in the amount of $10,000. D is an agreement with DLZ Ohio to provide engineering services for CEAO Bridge Load Rating Project in the amount of $22,422. And E is an agreement with MS Consultants to provide engineering services for CEAO Bridge Load Rating Project in the amount of $44,443. These are all non-general funds.
Thanks, Rick. Scott? G? H? I? Glenn?
Good morning, Commissioners. F is an agreement with Prime Carpentry LLC for lead housing control and healthy homes work at 432 Cohasset in the amount of $24,925. G is an agreement with JDM Inspection for the same type of work at 1530 Stewart Street in the amount of $42,045. H is an agreement with JDM Inspections again for work at 236 Broad in the amount of $25,300. I is an agreement with Galloway Construction and Restoration for mold remediation in the amount of $12,740 in conjunction with the City of Youngstown Community Development Block Grant Funding. All non-general.
J, prosecutors?
Good morning, Commissioners. We'd ask that you would approve our agreement with the National District Attorneys Association that provides coverage for when disciplinary litigation is brought against the lawyers of our office. The $14,000 is reflective of the premium of that policy, and we would appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
K, recycling? G?
Good morning, Commissioners. Items K is an agreement with these three respective communities to host our drop-off recycling containers on their property. This will account for some ancillary services that we get from those communities. And then we have a few more in the pipeline that you'll be seeing pop up in future meetings.
U? I and M? Risk?
L and M.
L and M. Oh,
Good morning, everyone. L is an agreement with Foresight Corporation for independent psychological evaluation for the medical management of workers' compensation amount of $7,000. We had a previous agreement, however, that doctor's no longer doing workers' comp IMEs. So again, $7,000 and it's non-general. And M is, and this, we've been doing this for years, it's the 3-year participation agreement with Corsa, the County Risk Sharing Authority, is to participate in their insurance pool for our general liability, auto liability policies. There's no monetary value assigned because we have annual premiums, but it's just an agreement for participation. But when that's paid, it will come out of general fund dollars.
And the last one, sanitary and chill.
This is an agreement with utility contracting for emergency repairs due to a water break on Avalon Avenue in Craig Beach in the estimated amount of $5,757.79, and that is non-general.
Thank you. Motion for the approval of number 2 agreements.
Move a motion for approval of number 2 agreements, letters A through N.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Three change orders. A. Rick.
Rick,
There we are. There we are. Change order number one with Lindy Paving for 2024 OPWC Road and Bridge Upgrade Program and 2025 Sales Tax Resurfacing Project. That's in the amount of $808,729.56. And those are non-general funds as well.
Thank you. B, C, and D, lead.
B is change order number one with Foundations for the Future, LLC for work at 120 West Prospect in the amount of $738. C is change order number one with the Howland Company for lead hazard control work at 1842 Coronado in the amount of $1,380. And D is change order number one with Howland Company LLC for work at 737 East Avondale in the amount of $730, all non-general.
Thank you. Motion for the approval of number three change order.
Okay, motion to approve the number three change orders, A through D.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Motion for the approval of number one resolution.
Move to approve number one.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number two, resolution. A, Commissioners on B. Jen.
Good morning. This is a resolution authorizing the appointment of outside counsel pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code, I get it today, for Masnick, Raskin, and Ryder in the amount of $25,000.
B, grant management.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning. This resolution is to celebrate National Fair Housing Month. It is Fair Housing Month because in 1968 is when the Act of Fair Housing was passed. And it's a national law that prohibits discrimination in the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, sex, color, national origin, religion, familial status, and disability. Mahoning County is responsible to implement the fair housing component because of the grant funding we received for the Community Development Block Grant and the CHIP program that lead operates, that you had numerous items on the agenda today. Again, we just want to recognize that this law was passed in 1968 and fair housing still is in existence. So thank you.
Thank you. C, Jobs and Family Services. Audrey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Audrey, Nancy, and good morning, Jim Fortunata. Resolution C for Job and Family Services. This resolution is to enter into a sub-grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. Thank you.
Thank you. D, sanitary.
Yes, this is the resolution approving the appointments of 2 treatment plan aides and 1 construction maintenance worker 2 for the department.
Motion for the approval of number 2 resolution.
Motion to approve number 2 resolution, numbers A through D.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. And that concludes the business portion of our meeting. If there is any, I'd like to just on, I don't see any. That are on the, Ralph.
Ralph is on there.
Oh, Ralph, I didn't see you. He muted us.
There he is.
I didn't mute you. I find you all very fascinating.
Well,
Nothing to report.
Where are you?
I'm at my office waiting for our 11 o'clock meeting with our auditors.
Oh, okay, well, now I see you. Go for it. Do you have
See you in a
anything?
few.
Oh, okay, thanks, Ralph. Take care. I see Richard in the audience. Thank you, Richard, for coming. And let's see Reverend Sassy. Nice to see you again. Thank you. Pray for us. All. Thank you. Gina, do you have anything?
I just want to say, Commissioner Trafficatti's been absent for a while. He had some heart procedure done up in Cleveland last Tuesday. And he's recovering well at home, but he can't wait to get back to work. And thankful for all the lots of prayers, everyone talked to him, calls and texts, anyone might have sent her. Plan to be back shortly and we'll be full steam again.
Thank you. We have a full house.
A full house. We're ready to go.
Be ready to go. I just want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Dylan's House. It's done a lot of work since they started their process for the autistic. And they have done leaps and bounds as parents to someone. And it's like I said, as I spoke, it's very difficult whether they're autistic or have mental challenges or disabilities of other kinds. It's a tough time. But for a parent to pull and take up that responsibility and work for everybody, that's difficult as well. So I do recognize that. We did a support event last year. They had a wonderful event, and I know they had a wonderful event this past Sunday. But as that was a holiday at Easter, it's kind of a difficult time to go. But we're glad you're all here, and we hope you have a good week. And thank you again for coming. Do I hear much to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio.
Here.
Commissioner Remedy again.
Next week, meeting Thursday, May 6th.
Yep.
Same place, same time.